All right, first gold medal for the U.S. women's on the senior level since 2014. I know you know that. What does it mean for your team and your program?
You know, it's such an honor to play for Team USA. To be picked as one of the four is a huge accomplishment to begin with, and then we go and win the gold medal for our country, and the words can't describe it. Just God is good. That's all I can say.
All right, I know you want to go celebrate, but give me your thoughts for the people back home, though.
I love you guys. Go USA!
All right, good luck.
I say, yo, shout out to everybody tuning in. Appreciate y'all. Today we talking Team USA in the 3x3 games, bringing home the first gold medal since 2014. And Burdick, shout out to Burdick. She became the first in the 3x3 games for the women's to medal twice. So they end up stepping on France, last year champion, 16-12. And I feel like they sent a message going into the 2024 because they secured a spot for the qualifying tournaments for the Paris Games in 2024 in the Olympics. But I feel like they sent a message because throughout the whole tournament, they've shown that they can win in a multitude of ways. And this was the last way because it was a game that had a similar feel to that Canada game. You was playing experience, and they overcame it. And I felt it was similar to when Floyd Mayweather fought Canelo Alvarez. Canelo just got outclassed and out-experienced, and you felt like that against Canada. But the difference was in this game, they had took that experience when you got two young fighters like Hailey Van Lith and Cameron Brink, along with the experience of Harper and Burdick. It was just a perfect formula to download that information and come back into a similar type experience where it was a physical game. And instead of getting out physical, they came in and set the tone so they could go in and step on somebody, hold a team like the Czech Republic to 8 points and front run real good. They could do a similar thing that they did to China right before this game and win 21-12. Both of these teams only scored 12 points, so that means that they was really locked in on defense. They could have a shootout with Japan in which they won 21-17, and you have Van Lith and you or Emera going back and forth, and they can come in and set the tone from the beginning like they did against France, holding France to 0-12 from 3, 8-19 from 1. They was 9-11 from the free throw line, and I just felt like to have a team that was, I would say, led, because I think it's debatable. Cameron Brink ended up winning the MVP, and I would say it's because the identity of the team was more defensive, but I think it could be argued that Van Lith's offense was just as they really could have got co-MVP to me. But because the team, they led the tournament with 135 rebounds, they led the tournament with 12 blocks. The next closest team in rebounds was Australia at 110, and they were holding teams to 13.3 points a game, and that was number 3. So I get why you would give it to Brink having 39 rebounds, which was first. Her and Burdick was tied. She led the tournament in blocks with 10. She shot 85% from the free throw line, went 11-13. She was shot 64% from the field, and she had a player value of 43, which was the third highest. Now, Hailey, she scored 44 total points, which was 4th, and that was about 6.3 points a game, which was 9th. She shot 48% from 1-point range and 23% from 2-point range and 82% from the free throw line, total of 9 of 11 from the free throw, and she had 10 what they call, I guess, highlight type assist or something like that. They call it KAS, and she was 5th in that. So this is Hailey's 5th gold medal, her first at the senior level. But I still feel like for the next Olympics that the U.S., they can still improve. Remember, this is Brink's first time here, and this is Van Lith's first time here. So they can improve with turnovers. They had 3 players, her, Brink, Van Lith, and Burdick were all top 3 and top 4 in turnovers. They led the tournament in turnovers with 47. And just to compare the other top teams, France had 25 and China had 31. So big thing for me, man, the game before in China, I felt like Brink really settled in and she started to get comfortable under pressure. I seen a comment under the game against France where it's like Brink was uncomfortable at first. No, I felt like Brink settled in real good against China, and I thought they would have more problems because of the size of China, but she just looked like a Dirk in that paint or a Stewie. Like she could take the contact, but it was still finesse within the contact. And throughout the whole tournament, she was setting the tone on defense. Even in this last game, she had 3 blocks. So Van Lith had 7 points. Burdick had 7. I felt like the U.S. just jumped on France early, and France probably wasn't expecting that on both ends. If they had to go through them, they was going through them. The backdoor cuts, they was getting the cuts. Anything France was doing, they was going to have to go through some type of physicality, and then you had to worry about Brink up top getting a block. So, I mean, overall, the U.S. just played 2 perfect games, and they showed that they can front run, but they can also win a grinded out game. Got France to get in foul trouble early, and that I would say that impacted their defense down the stretch as well, and they played very poised for a young team. I'm proud of them, and the biggest thing I take away from this, hey, if you ain't with LSU coming into this season, Van Lith, like she said, she ended up breaking. She was so turned up, she broke her metal. Her and her pop. I see why she's so intense, because her pops, he just as live. So I don't know, man. It's amazing just watching her. She got that same type of effect as Zaya. Like, she just dancing, and it's like her spirit is infectious. Like, she really wants it. Brink has that similar mentality. You can tell Burdick was real happy because she was on that 2014 team with Jewel Lloyd, Harper. They all just played very tough, and it all came together in the end. To start out with a tough game against Canada with that size and experience, and for them to put it all together and come against last year's champs as a young team like this, and Van Lith was doing what she do best, and Brink was doing what she do best. And the game right before, I feel like where Brink really won that MVP when she went 7-7 from the field, 8 points, 4 rebounds, just really stamped it. But shout out to Team USA for bringing home the first medal since 2014. The whole team, everybody went out there and performed. And yeah, I'm proud. But if you ain't with LSU this year, I'm telling you, you in trouble. It's gonna be something to watch. Make sure y'all tuned in, and we're gonna be right back with some more gold medals when Angel and Anissa bring some back to Baton Rouge. But Team USA, we got one, and get ready for another one real soon. Shout out to everybody tuned in.
Hey, bro. We don't care. We don't care. I'm still the best.
We did it. Told y'all we was gonna do it. Just a kid from the south side of Chicago, man. A USA champ, 3x3, baby.